Hey there, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I just wanted to take a quick moment today to talk about personal development. You know, a lot of people on my Facebook I know are already deep into personal development and becoming the best version of themselves. But I also know a lot of people haven't started on that journey yet. So I wanted to give a few pointers. You know, the real question is, why should you develop yourself? You should develop yourself so that you can live a more fulfilled lifestyle and live at the most of your potential. But also, you want to be your best so that you can help others. You see, if your glass is not full, then you cannot overflow onto others. You cannot help anyone realistically unless you help yourself first. Once your glass is full, you can overflow onto others and create a ripple effect and help so many different people. Start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable and acting in spite of fear. You can do so many things that you never thought were possible beforehand. You know, your comfort zone, most of us always stay in our comfort zone. Why? Because it's comfortable. But all the things that you want, all of your greatest goals and dreams are outside of your comfort zone. And you need to get out there if you want to achieve those. The thing is, everybody thinks that all of that stuff is so far away. It literally is just outside your comfort zone. You just need to break through that barrier. That is the absolute hardest part. But once you get there, you get the prize, you get what you want. You need to focus on the mindset, because the mindset controls everything. It controls your health. It controls your wealth. It controls every part of this universe. Your mind is everything. It can determine whether you're broke, sick, and lonely, or rich, healthy, and sociable. Your mind controls the state of your body. If you think consistently about sick thoughts, or if you are sick and you dwell on that, you will remain sick. The biggest subconscious blocks or mindset blocks is with money. You know, I'd say a majority of us, 95% of us, grew up with the subconscious belief that money is hard to come by, or you have to work extremely hard for money. And you were told things when you were a kid like, you know, we can't afford it, or it's too expensive, or anything like that. That's a limited poverty mindset, and it spreads like a disease through society. So if you start to retrain your mind about the aspect of money, about how it is abundant, because it is, and how it can come easily into your life, then it starts to. If you're not familiar with the law of attraction, I highly recommend you go check out the movie The Secret, just to have a quick overview of what the universal law is about. But it's basically about how like attracts like and the universe. The thoughts that you predominantly hold in your subconscious mind is what gets attracted to you. So if you're thinking about wealth and abundance and a happy lifestyle and all the things you're gonna do, that's what becomes attracted into your life. But if you're thinking about negative thoughts like debt, even if it's for paying the debt, even if you're still thinking about debt, that's what gets attracted more into your life. I guarantee if you watch The Secret and learn about the law of attraction, you will look back in your life and see how somehow everything connects. All the dots connect going backward. It's the craziest thing. Like, I would say one of my experiences was, ending up here in beautiful Ecuador, where I am now. When was it? About 3 or 4 years ago, I was living in Portland, Maine, in the United States, and I was getting my wheels aligned in my car. And I was waiting, and I picked up a magazine. And in that magazine, it was talking about this type of leaf, Wayusa, that is caffeinated, that they use in the Amazon, which was being exported. And it was talking about Ecuador. I had no freaking idea what Ecuador was at the time, or where it was, or anything like that. And then, just last year, after I was laid off from work, my cousin and I ended up taking a trip down here randomly. Just so randomly. It was on a whim. And really loved it, and well, hey, here I am now. I don't know how I was attracted to this place, but here I am, and I love it, and it's unbelievable. And another story was when I was just in the States for the past 5 months. And for some reason, I had thoughts of being in a car accident. I'm not quite sure why or how they got into my mind. But within a week of those thoughts becoming persistent in my mind, I ended up getting rear-ended. And if any of you know me, before I came to Ecuador, I would frickin' commute hundreds and hundreds of miles a day. I commute like 4 or 5 hours a day to work. And I had never had any close calls or anything like that with accidents. And then all of a sudden, this one time when this thought was predominantly in my head is when I had an accident, and it was like 1.5 miles away from home. So as far as starting your personal development journey, I would highly recommend going on YouTube and watching some videos, some lectures from Tony Robbins, from Les Brown, from Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar, people like that. But also picking up a few different books which have changed my life as well as many other people that I know. And let me see. One of them is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This was written in the early 1900s and still holds true and has changed so many people's lives as far as I know. And also another one, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. The Compound Effect. One that I'm reading now, which is unbelievable. How to Win Friends and Influence People. And one of my all-time favorites, not so much about wealth, but about mindset in general, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. This book is so short. I think it's like 40-something pages. But every single sentence in it, you really have to just sit and think about what it's trying to tell you. There's just so much information in here, and just every single word. It's unbelievable. Let me read a couple of these lines for you, and really take the time to listen to it and digest it. If you have to replay this part of the video, please do. Man is made or unmade by himself. And the armory of thought, he forges the weapons by which he destroys himself. He also fashions the tools with which he builds for himself heavenly mansions of joy and strength and peace. By the right choice and true application of thought, man ascends to the divine perfection. By the abuse and wrong application of thought, he descends below the level of the beast. Here's another one of my favorites. A man's mind may be likened to a garden, which may be intelligently cultivated or allowed to run wild. But whether cultivated or neglected, it must and will bring forth. If no useful seeds are put into it, then an abundance of useless weed seeds will fall therein, and will continue to produce their kind. Just as a gardener cultivates his plot, keeping it free from weeds and growing the flowers and fruits which he requires, so may a man tend the garden of his mind weeding out all the wrong, useless, and impure thoughts, and cultivating towards perfection the flowers and fruits of right, useful, and pure thoughts. By pursuing this process, a man sooner or later discovers that he is the master gardener of his soul and the director of his life. And one of the last ones, which you may have heard of before. Men do not attract which they want, but that which they are. Some of those lines from As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. As I said, one of my most favorite books, and I guarantee you'd love it as well. I also wanted to take a quick moment and tell my mother and father about how appreciative and how grateful I am to have them in my life, but also how proud I am of them starting on the personal development journey. You are both doing so well and are creating a ripple effect upon others, which is exactly what I love to see. And Mom, especially you, there has been such a huge transition within your mindset over the past, even just past couple of months. It's unbelievable. I'm extremely proud to see you on this journey and seeing you pass it upon others and just continue to improve yourself. Anyways, today's a beautiful day out here in the Valle de los Chillos in Ecuador. I'm gonna go enjoy it. But if you guys want any resources or anything like that to get you on your personal development journey, get started to improving your lifestyle and others, just give me a message and I'll help you out. All right? Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.